Hey, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're jumping right into the middle of the AI gold rush. I mean, if you've been anywhere online, you've seen it, right? This absolute tidal wave of gurus promising you a fortune, all built on artificial intelligence. The big question is, how do you tell what's a real opportunity and what's just a get-rich-quick fantasy? All right, let's get into it.
I mean, look at this. This is exactly the kind of headline that's just flooding our feeds. It's designed to create this frantic sense of urgency, right? This FOMO, this fear that if you don't get on the AI train, like right now, you are going to be left in the dust forever. It's a really powerful promise, and it's built to do one thing: make you click.
So yeah, that's the big question we're tackling today. Is this a real golden opportunity, or is it just the 21st century version of digital snake oil? Well, to figure it out, we're going to take one of these super popular viral videos and we're going to break it down, piece by piece, to see what's actually going on behind all that hype.
All right, let's get into the specifics. Our case study is this one video that lays out a supposed blueprint for what it calls easy AI businesses. So first, let's just lay out the 5 big promises it makes, just as they're presented. We got to understand the fantasy first, before we can really dig into the reality. And here they are, the 5 easy business ideas. First, you've got AI-generated products. Then, building AI voice agents. Next up, AI personal branding. After that, AI-generated UGC ads. Yeah, you heard that right. And finally, AI workflow automation. I mean, on the surface, it all sounds pretty incredible, doesn't it? Simple, fast, and super profitable. Okay, but now it's time for a brutal reality check. We're going to go through each and every one of these 5 promises and put them through a real-world stress test. It's time to expose the massive flaws hiding just beneath the surface of all that hype.
All right, first up on the chopping block, this idea of creating and selling digital products. The pitch is just so simple, right? You just use AI to do all the hard work, the research, the writing for an ebook or a guide, and boom, you sell it for pure profit. Sounds almost too easy, doesn't it?
Well, here's the major disconnect. This promise of instant content completely ignores a massive problem. The market is already drowning, literally drowning, in low-quality, kind of soulless AI content. These models, they make mistakes, they hallucinate facts, they can even plagiarize stuff. So the real challenge isn't making the content, not at all. The real challenge is building an audience that actually trusts you enough to buy from you. And that kind of trust, it comes from real, authentic expertise, not from some PDF that an AI spat out in 5 minutes.
Okay, idea number 2, build and sell AI voice agents to businesses. We're talking about things that could replace entire human call centers, and the video makes it sound like you can just whip these up using some simple no-code platform. Easy peasy.
Yeah, the source material pretty much calls this what it is: delusional. I mean, think about it. Building an enterprise-level AI agent, that requires incredibly deep knowledge of things like APIs so it can actually talk to a company's database. It needs rock-solid security protocols. It needs serious, and I mean serious, engineering to make it reliable. This just shows the huge, massive gap between making a little toy chatbot and building a real industrial-strength business solution. This is the world of highly specialized engineering teams, not a simple drag-and-drop tool.
All right, on to idea number 3. This one's a trip. The pitch is to sell founders a service that creates an AI deepfake avatar of themselves. The idea is that this little AI twin can then just churn out an endless stream of video content for you, building your personal brand, all while you're, sleeping or on vacation. But let's just stop and think for a second. What is a personal brand actually about? It's all about authenticity, right? Connection, trust. And what is a robotic, kind of creepy, uncanny valley avatar? It's the exact opposite of all of that. It's not just inauthentic, it actively destroys the trust you're trying to build. Honestly, any serious founder is going to see this for what it is, a cheap gimmick that could seriously damage their reputation.
Okay, this one's genuinely concerning. The pitch here is to use AI to create fake user-generated content ads. Let me say that again. Fake video testimonials from so-called customers. And the idea is you can sell these fakes to brands for massive profit.
So let's just think about why UGC is so powerful for a brand in the first place. It's valuable because it's supposed to be real. It's a genuine, authentic endorsement from an actual living, breathing customer. So what's being pitched here? It's not a business model. It's a blueprint for creating and selling counterfeit endorsements.
And let's be crystal clear about this. The source's verdict is unambiguous. This is fraud, plain and simple.
Promoting this as some kind of clever business idea is just profoundly unethical and frankly irresponsible. Any brand dumb enough to use this is engaging in deceptive advertising, and that can lead to some very real legal trouble and absolutely catastrophic damage to their reputation.
And for the grand finale, we have the pitch to become an AI consultant. The idea here is that you can just pick up some simple no-code automation tools, use them to optimize a business's workflow, and then get paid the big bucks for your expertise.
This just completely trivializes an entire legitimate profession. Real consulting and automation work, it requires a deep analysis of how a company actually works. We're talking about mapping incredibly complex workflows, managing the human side of organizational change, and building solutions that are robust and secure. A flimsy little automation that's slapped together by a novice after watching a YouTube video, that's not an asset to a company, that's a liability waiting to happen.
So, you have to ask, right? If these ideas are so obviously flawed, how in the world do they get so popular? Well, now we're going to pull back the curtain and look at the manipulator's playbook, the specific tactics these gurus use to sell the fantasy so effectively.
The analysis breaks it down into 3 key tactics. First, you have what's called the FOMO engine. This is where they use these flawed analogies, like comparing AI to the dot-com boom, to create that frantic fear of missing out. Of course, they conveniently forget to mention the part where the dot-com bubble burst and destroyed fortunes. Second, there's the illusion of effortlessness. The script is just saturated with words like simple, instantly, in seconds, all designed to hide the real work and complexity involved. And third, you get the deceptive ad integration. This is a clever one. They basically manufacture a problem within the video only to present their sponsor as the one and only magic solution.
So after all that, what's the real story here? What is the right way to think about AI? Well, the source gives us a final verdict that I think really cuts through all the noise and the hype.
And this really brings us to the single most important takeaway of this whole thing. AI is an unbelievably powerful tool, no question. But it's a tool for professionals. It's a force multiplier. It takes existing skills, existing expertise, and it amplifies them. What it is not, what it will never be, is a magic money button that you can just press to get rich without any real effort or skill.
So, I'll leave you with this one final thought to chew on. In this new age of AI, where it feels like anything is possible, maybe the most valuable skill you can have is simply knowing the difference between a tool that can help you build something real and valuable and a trick that's just designed to make somebody else rich. Thanks for joining me.